Hi everyone, I'm in Betty's dressing room. By dressing room, I mean her room at, not Feinstein, what's it called? The Regency Hotel. Okay, first of all, let's talk about me for 1 second. Literally a half hour before, what is it, the Loew's Regency Hotel? Okay, Robert, first of all, it's supposed to be off camera. Stay off camera. It's right near H&M. I went shopping a half hour before the show and bought this whole outfit. I just want you to see it. Betty yelled at me for wearing jeans, but I think they're really cute. Then tip of the hat to my Legally Blonde job that I had over the summer, pink. And then this, and they picked it out for me, the people at H&M. $115 for all three. Anybody interested in my discount?
Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone.
Yes, I do read reviews.
Is that from watching the show tonight?
What?
I thought maybe after the show. You read it during the run of the show. You're gonna read.
Oh
reviews?
yeah, no, I must. You
Don't tell me
know.
anything mean says about me. I don't want to read reviews.
Oh, you don't read reviews?
No, I'm doing the show. No, what if they say that you look fat?
We're not gonna read these reviews.
We're not.
No,
I always read reviews. I
guess
have
so.
to read reviews.
Yeah, you can learn things, I guess.
I always learn things.
I guess.
Want to
Like-
know that they hate me.
Like maybe I should.
Isn't this glamorous? We're here in the Regency Hotel in Betty Buckley suite post-show. It's so glamorous.
Now, who ate that apple and left the apple core on my table? It's like Seth.
I was. Where'd it go? It disappeared. I was hungry post show.
And so, about a week later, I get this letter from the casting person saying, "Dear Miss Buckley, we were looking for you from the beginning of the, inception of Pippin, and we were told by your agent that you were out of the business." And he said, "We have an appointment for you next week to come in and audition for Bob Fosse." And I was, thrilled. And so I called Eric, and he said, I read him the letter, and I said, "Is this true?" And he said, "Betty, grow up. Just grow up." He said, "These things happen in the business, and you got to get used to this." And he basically he said, "I didn't send you in because I knew you'd beat her out, and I can get more money for her because she'd done a movie." So I said, "Well, that's just great." And he said, "No, you really need to grow up and understand the way things are." I said, "Well, Eric, you need to understand that you're fired." And so anything, it's true of love.
'Cause how can you define a look or a touch?
How can you weigh a feeling?
Taken by themselves, now they don't mean much.
Together they send you reeling. Love song.
Betty, what's the craziest request you've gotten? In Texas, we got some crazy ones.
Oh wait, we got Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, remember? And you
From
knew
Little
it, and you
Abner?
totally performed it.
So really, I had to do a Jubilation Tea corn bone. The audience was like blank faced.
They did a little bit of steam heat too.
We did. We
We actually danced it.
and we danced it. Yeah.
Betty, you want to do it for the cameras?
No.
I'll put. Oh, but anyway, you come and you request a song, and Betty not only does a song, but she tells you an amazing story before the song about whatever Broadway show that she's done. She has a million stories, don't you, Betty?
Yes.
Yes.
But when we tried it last year, remember in the late shows, and you came and you were my guest, and people were requesting all these Broadway shows that I had nothing to do.
Like Phantom of the Opera. Like, what is she gonna sing? Music of the Night? It's bizarre. Thumbs up? No, she's not gonna sing.
I wasn't in that show.
Let me tell you what the gig is with this. Last night we did our invited dress for like the Gypsies.
What is
okay?
this?
I don't know. It's a pencil. I'm talking to the audience.
See, he's a director.
Anyway,
That's what he does.
but this is the thing. I've worked with a lot of people, and for me to work with somebody like Betty Buckley, and even Insane Seth, who's pretty crazy and knows a lot of stuff, is that when you can still learn from somebody and you can watch this craft, and I don't mean to embarrass you, it's pretty awesome. because the thing is that right now there is no book about Betty Buckley or anything. Everything's, gossip. It's a legend, like any of us, But when you hear these stories, about promises, Pippin, Edwin Drood, all the shows she's done and all the people she's worked with, not to mention the film and television work and all that, it's quite extraordinary, and that's what adds up to a career. And last night everybody was saying that it had a bit of a masterclass feel. They left like so inspired and so, and I know what that feels like. And I think when you sit across from somebody, we take her for granted because we see her all the time. We're like, oh, Betty. But like for the audience, it's like you got to pay some money and come see her and learn. And I think that's the gig. What do you think, Seth?
Well, to me,
Thanks, Richard.
I mean that, though. I mean that sincerely.
but to me, what I love is that it's so not you just singing the song. What I love is that it literally is like seeing you in the Broadway show again. Like I never got to see 7076, and I never even got to see you in Cats. I think I saw Lonnie Ackerman, Lonnie Ackerman added a crazy Batmont during the bows. Did you know that? She came out and she was like, Batmont, because she used to be a ballet dancer. Anyway, so I never got to see Betty do any of these roles, so you get to see it. She literally is his character. She's not like doing a cabaret version. She is full out acting, crazy tears streaming down the face. Yeah, I say bravo, and I say come more than once because we take requests.
Not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She is smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan.
I had always been afraid of the machines and Cats. At the first rehearsal, I remember as Trevor and I was showing us the design in London, Elaine Page had walked up some stairs to the Heaviside layer, and that's the way the show ended in London. But he decided that in New York on Broadway it needed a spectacular ending, so he designed this thing where the tire goes up on this chair, this lift, like an elevator lift, and comes forward at the same time it's going up. Of course y'all remember because you saw the show. And then a cherry picker crane comes out of the ceiling and lands on the side of the tire. And there are no, harnesses or anything to protect you. And you have to, Grisabella had to step from the tire to the platform, which was about 6 feet by 9 feet, something like that. It was kind of an oblong thing. It was big. And then goes out slowly on this diagonal through the ceiling. And then they close the trap door back, and there's this little crawl space you have to come out. And I remember the first performance, I was so excited because I was so scared of these silly machines, And I got off the thing and started running up the steps in this little crawl space, and my dresser, Marcia Levy, was going, your head! And I was like, what? And I smacked my head on the ceiling of this little space.
And the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly, we all know I can do it. Could I stop my hand from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for?
It was our very first performance, and it was a spectacular night. We did an incredible show, and I was meditating before I went on, and this energy went up through my body, and I was like, what's that? And this voice inside my head said, Norma Desmond, and I was like, okay, we'll go with that. And so it was like, I was just like meditating through the whole show and totally being guided, and I finished my mad speech, and I started going down the stairs with all my chiffon and beads and stuff, and all of a sudden I had this, my inner self was just like, we did it, like a little kid. And as soon as I claimed the performance as opposed to staying in the meditation. I was literally dropped like a ball, and I just went down in a clatter of beads and chiffon and on the stairs, and everyone on the stage leapt forward and everyone in the audience leapt forward because it had been like such a great performance by everybody in the show. And so I was like a fool. I was like in this pile of chiffon and beads, and it was my worst fear was that I'd fall on the staircase. And so and we used to make jokes, my trainer and I, about what I should do, jump up like Clouseau and act like somebody, whatever. Anyway, so I kind of like pulled myself up, like a broken puppet whose strings were broken, and I kind of just stood back up, and everybody kind of breathed a sigh of relief, and I kept going. And then Trevor Nunn met me backstage as I came off stage, and he goes, "Whatever you do," he said, "don't tell them that was a mistake. Don't tell them that. Tell them that you fell on purpose, that things were going so well, that we discussed the possibility of a fall, and you thought it was going so well you would try it." And I said, "Okay, I'll do that." And so as I turned away, he was turned to his friend, and he said, and I thought to myself, "Get up, and we won't wait